Today, the developers of Counter-Strike 2 are releasing a new major update that kicks off the third season of Premier Matchmaking. Well, calling it a major update feels like a stretch, but there are some really important changes. Most notably, Valve is introducing a new layer of protection for your trades. As always, we'll cover everything step by step. Don't forget to like the video right now and let's begin. So, the devs are presenting us with a new medal for the third Premier season, which starts today. By now you should have already received your medal for Season 2. I personally didn't get mine, mainly because I just don't see the point in playing Premier Matchmaking. Anyway, here's what the medal looks like. As usual, you can also check your personal stats from the second season. Like before, you earn a certain number of filled bars. Depending on your number of wins in Premier mode, each bar represents 25 wins. The color of those bars depends on your highest rating for that season. Yes, we didn't start this video with the change log of the update itself, so let's get to that now and we'll talk about the new trade protection system a bit later. I know it's a bit disappointing, but we aren't getting the new cash map. That's kind of strange, but Valve always manages to surprise us. Instead of cash, we're getting the classic Overpass back in the map pool. Honestly, I'm happy about that. I personally like Overpass. Interestingly, Valve didn't remove just any random map, they specifically took out Anubis. As far as I remember, pro players weren't huge fans of Anubis and didn't play it much at the recent major. The only prediction we got right was the removal of Anubis, just as expected, but no one really anticipated Overpass coming back. As we all know, Valve actually bought full rights to cash from its creator, so it's likely they just haven't had time to rework it properly for official matchmaking yet. Or maybe cash won't even return to the map pool at all. It might be released temporarily as a standalone map and only later added officially, or maybe never. No one really knows for sure, but it's obvious that Valve wouldn't have purchased the map without some kind of plan to bring it back eventually. This update can be considered relatively major due to the gameplay changes it introduces. Aside from the map rotation, there are some significant tweaks to the game. Now, as a CT player, you'll receive a $50 bonus for each terrorist killed during a round. I'm not talking about the regular kill reward, which is still $300. This is a new bonus that's granted after the round ends. So for example, if your team kills 3 Ts during the round, when the round ends and the next one begins, you'll get an additional plus $150 per CT player. This only applies to counter-terrorists. It's an interesting balance change and it'll be fun to see how it affects the meta going forward, but for CTs it's definitely a welcome buff. Another positive change for CT players relates to their incendiary grenade. This does not affect the T-side Molotov, only the CT incendiary. You might remember that some time ago Valve reduced the ignition radius of incendiary grenades. In today's update, that radius remains the same, but the fire now spreads faster. When you throw an incendiary and stand in its impact zone, you'll ignite almost immediately once the fire starts to spread. Now, when you're holding off a push and throw your incendiary, you'll have a better chance of hitting enemies running through it. Before, there was a small window where players could dodge it or jump out of the fire. That's much harder now. The next important change involves the MP9, which has long been considered overpowered for its cost, only $1,250. Now, the weapon has more spray randomness and it's harder to control. Only the first few bullets go straight up and the jump accuracy has also been nerfed. This makes the MP9 less of a default choice when buying a gun. Fans of the MP9 will need to get used to the new spray behavior. That pretty much covers the changelog for today's in-game update. But now comes the really big change, and it doesn't affect gameplay directly, but your inventory. Valve has introduced a brand new 7-day trade protection system that allows users to cancel any trades they've sent out within those 7 days. Items under protection will display a shield icon, and during that 7-day period you can't do anything with them. No applying stickers, no selling, no trading, and even more than that, because all trade protected items are blocked, you literally can't open a case if it's protected. There won't even be an option to open it. This means that buying cases for opening on third-party sites will be completely pointless, unless you're willing to wait the full 7 days. The same applies to capsules. Again, this only affects items received through trades. Items purchased within the game or through the Armory Pass aren't affected by this 7-day protection. Also, anything bought directly from the Steam market won't have this restriction either, so you'll still be able to open those cases immediately. It's still unclear whether this will cause case and skin prices to rise on the Steam market, but what is clear already is that no third-party trading or marketplace sites are functioning properly right now, and it's not known when or if this issue will be resolved. I've jumped straight into the problems this causes, but in theory this system was introduced to protect your inventory from scammers. Let's say someone hacks your account and sends off your skins, you recover your account, and now you can simply hit a single button to cancel all trades involving still protected items, and those skins will be returned to your inventory. To discourage abuse of this feature, Valve implemented a 30-day trade ban that is applied only to the person who canceled the trades. The recipient of the skins is not banned. This feature only applies to trades after today's update. Anything sent before that and without a trade protected icon is unaffected. It's still unclear how this will affect skin trading sites that everyone used to rely on. Most likely those sites will now delay your payment by 7 days until they're sure you can't cancel the trade. And obviously direct person-to-person sales for real money are now completely unreliable. Someone could easily disappear with both your money and your skins. A lot of people don't like this update, mainly because you don't need any proof to cancel a trade. Honestly, it would have made more sense if you had to contact Steam support to trigger the reversal. But in reality, all it takes now is the press of a button. That should cover all the major questions you might have had after today's update. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a like. This has been Ravil. See you in the next damn video.